Hello everyone, once again welcome at a new City Skylines 2 video, and in this one we're going to focus on this area of the map. I'm going to build a new region with the creator pack that just came out, the modern architecture and urban promenades, and I'm going to add a golf course to it as well. I don't want to hold you up any longer, so let's dive straight in and start with the terraforming as always, and then start placing down some of these cool new buildings. Starting off, I'm going to make this highway and I'm going to run it straight through the area I'm going to build, which is bridge section I'm making. The plan is to make the area under the bridge, or like under the highway and straight next to the water, and the golf course will be on some higher terrain. Here we're going to continue dragging out this big road and also add a bridge section. And I chose for this one because it looks a little more modern and it fits well to the new buildings in the creator pack. And also do some terraforming again around it to really make it blend into the terrain. Slowly, I'm already pretty happy with the terraforming, so I'm going to start on placing some roads. This top area here I just we'll fill it with some temporary buildings, I think, and later maybe make something completely different out of this area, but I don't really have a lot of inspiration yet what I should build here. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know and I'll replace this complete area up here. Okay, the terraforming is done, the first roads are laid down. Let's see what building would fit best here. And after some searching, I found this modern art museum. I think that looks best here, placing it next to the highway. And I think the cool thing about this building is when you look from this angle, you can look completely through it. And that's why I chose this location, so the people that drive here over the highway can look straight through the building. And we're going to continue again, placing some other buildings down, but first let's create this roads here. And again, I'm searching for another building to place. Not really in need yet of more schools except primary schools, but I think the university looks quite cool, so that's why I'm going to place here with all the upgrades around it. I'm placing it nice in the middle in front of the water, and I'm going to make two of these or three of these squares so I can place a lot of the new multi-purposed residential and commercial zoned buildings that came out. And here across the water I'm going to place the primary school quickly to make sure we keep up with our demand. It's time for a lot of terraforming again, making this little bridge section here also, so that there's another access onto the opposite side of this area. And because this is quite a modern area, I don't want to use too many curved roads. I'm going to keep everything quite straight and square, except later on the pedestrian paths I'm placing down. So here I'm placing down the pedestrian paths, and as said, they can be a little bit more curved and interesting looking. Okay, the first park is finished. Let's start plopping down some buildings. It's the first time I see those buildings, so let's just see how it turns out. I think they look really nice, with the grass roof on the top, and yeah, the modern architecture. I also really like it. That's really something new in the game, I think. There are some more modern buildings, but nothing like these. And here across the river, I'm just quickly going to zone it and don't really look too much to it. Maybe later I will detail it better in another video. And here I'm going to place on a hospital. Also something I don't really need yet at the moment, but I placed this hospital already at the opposite side, somewhere in the city. I'm going to delete that one later, and this one I'm definitely going to keep. And I think here I can also make some nice pedestrian paths to it. Make a nice park around it, for example. So that's what I'm going to start building now. Also, there's a lot of office demand, so I think it looks nice to put some of these, what is it? It's not really skyscrapers yet, but high-rise buildings in the middle of it, and then fill them up again with some of the new buildings. this area also still needs to be filled up a little bit more. So I'm going to make another residential area, and I'm going to mix that also with some other buildings from the North American pack, I think, to not only make use of the new pack, and also so it will blend in a little bit more with the rest of the city. First I'm going to place down all the roads again, and then I'm going to start plopping down some buildings. And after that I'm going to start building the golf course. Placing down another primary school here, because we still didn't keep up with the demand, so another one is going to be built there. And this footbridge, pedestrian path, I think that was another detail that was still missing. Would make it look a little cooler here in this area, a little more unique. Making this loop down so people can easily access the road and have a quick access to the hospital as well. Plus the people from the area below there can easily reach the area on top of the hill. Again, I'm pretty happy with it, how that turned out. So let's start with the next phase of this build, and that will be the golf course. I'm going to delete these roads here I placed down earlier, and I'm going to delete all the trees because I will make a lot of use of the energy mode, so it's easier to start with a blank canvas. Also around the golf course, it's going to be very green. I'll be placing down a lot of trees. Plus I'm going to make use of some special buildings. The 2-star hotel. Sadly I already used a 3 and 4-star hotel. And I'm going to place down some villas as well. Because of course the richest people of the city will live in this area. I guess that there will be some struggle with the rent prices. Probably these villas are too expensive for this area of the map, so I'm just going to ignore that from now and try to fix that later. Basically, building the golf course will involve placing down a lot of grass, a lot of water features, sand for the bunkers, and a lot of paths. So basically it's just a lot of the same stuff. So from here I'm going to let the time-lapse run so you can enjoy watching the build. As you can see, what I said earlier, those rent prices are already hitting the villas. Sadly, I cannot change anything about that for now, so please ignore that. Placed down a lot of stuff already, and now it's time to start placing down 18 holes. And as I said before, this took me quite a long time, so I'm just going to let the time-lapse run for you to enjoy the build. So I was really experimenting with a lot of these different surfaces, and in the end I chose to continue with this grass, and for the green I used more lawn mowed grass. Maybe later I will still change this a little bit, because you don't really see a big difference where the green starts, and normally it's really easy to spot that from a big distance. And finally I'm placing down the last 2 holes of this golf course. But it's far from finished. We need to place down a lot of trees and the pathways, of course, so you can easily access the golf course. And I will place down some little details, like some little houses later. Maybe at the last hole I'm going to build a grandstand, so people can enjoy, if there's a game, how the last hole is being played. Don't know if that's very realistic, but I thought it was quite a cool future to place down.
I'm driving in the car. I'm driving.
So here I'm placing down these big stands, as I said earlier. Nice. That took me a long time, but I'm happy with the result once again. Only thing we need to do is give this area a name, and don't have really inspiration for it yet. So I'll just create the area and then maybe see what the game comes up with itself. Cherry Springs. I think that's a little random. Let's see what will be the name of this area here. Pinewood Springs. I think that's cool. Also not really special or so, but I'll be placing down a few pines in the forest around the golf course, and then it makes sense, I think. And then we're also going to name the golf course Pinewood Golf Course. I only think it still looks pretty empty around the area here. For now at least, like later on I will probably build some other stuff around it. So for now I'm going to build this road and place down a big forest around it. And I'm going to stretch out the highway across the water. And later I will see where that goes. I won't be doing that in this video. I place down the roads and the highway. And the only feature I still want to add, because we're so close to the water here, is this new pier mod. I already placed that down in the last episode, but I think it's a really cool feature that can really add something to the area here. I'm going to detail this little area up a little bit, and with that it's also the last thing I will do in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please hit the like button, and of course subscribe to my channel. And also, if you have any comments or ideas for next videos or some feedback to this video, please let me know. Enjoy the cinematics, and I hope to see you at the next video.